Salamander's Legion Serf Flavius Hetman moved through the bowels of the Salamander's flagship, doing routine maintenance checks and making sure the hallways and walkways of the vessel were clear. The maintenance rotations just changed, so Serf Hetman found himself exploring new areas he had never seen before. He was honored to be chosen for this particular rotation, because his maintenance circuit included the quarters of the Primarch Vulkan himself. Hetman could scarcely believe his luck when he heard that he would be able to serve the Master of Nocturne. He pushed open the door to the quarters of Vulkan himself. He marveled at the sheer size of everything. He felt like a small child standing next to all of the Primarch-sized furniture. As he swept, cleaned, sanitized the room, and made his checks, Flavius found himself lingering in the grand quarters of the Primarch, going above and beyond to make things perfect. At the moment, he was scrubbing fiercely, trying to remove a particularly stubborn piece of dust that had wedged itself into a seam on the floor. The serf knelt down and attempted to scrub the offending filth from the Primarch's living space. As he braced himself against the floor and tried to use his finger to reach the last bit of dust, Flavius felt some mechanism on the floor depress and click as a hiss of air escaped from a hatch that suddenly opened before the serf. Flavius was not certain what to do. He should probably simply close the hatch and go about his duties. But curiosity got the best of him. After all, who's to say that this room wasn't also in need of maintenance and cleaning? He took a careful step, climbing down the ladder, having a bit of trouble with the immensely spaced rungs. Flavius turned, expecting to see some sort of secret weapons stash, or a communications array, or even a quiet meditation room. Instead, he saw a miniature mag-rail train. The tracks ran all the way around the room, through small hills and towns. The models and landscapes had been painstakingly crafted to create a little world of simple, happy people on a civilized world. There were dozens of little scenes: children purchasing frozen treats from a stall, a charming marketplace, a carnival, a lovely lake with couples sitting on the shore with picnic baskets.
I see you are admiring my work.
Flavius spun around to see none other than Vulkan standing by the ladder. The serf opened his mouth to offer an explanation and beg for forgiveness, but Vulkan simply raised his hand to stop the poor man's stammering.
I figured someone would find my little oasis. The work of the Great Crusade is hard. I have lost many sons, and likely I will lose many more. Sometimes I come here, and I imagine the lives of the people we have saved by entering them into the protection of the Imperium. It makes me happy to imagine the simple joys of those we protect.
Vulkan turned a switch on the side of the wall, and then slowly turned a dial, causing the lights in the buildings to turn on, and the little mag-rail train to run along its course.
Tell me, what is your name?
Flavius Hetman.
Well, Flavius Hetman, I am happy you found this place. I am happy that someone else knows my secret. But tell no one else. It is good to have a small, quiet place for oneself. It is good to share that place with a friend. Beyond that, I'm afraid this room would get a bit crowded. Continue your duties, Hetman. And when you are at liberty, you are welcome to return to this place, as long as you do not tell my brothers or any of my sons.
Flavius could think of nothing to say, so he simply smiled and nodded gratefully. He climbed back up the ladder and resumed his circuit, and his smile remained as he thought on Vulkan's little town. No man do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Thank you all for listening to this short story. This was the third place entry in my story request poll, which are all part of my 20,000 subscriber extravaganza. So please like, subscribe, comment, donate blood, sacrifice your firstborn child to help this channel grow. Thank you all once again for listening. No Man out.